We are going to spend a couple weeks working on our second project. Python is used primarily three different ways. It's used to create games. So you guys have already gotten kind of a little taste of Pygame. This project involves data visualization, part of data analytics, which is another way that Python is used out in industry. After spring break, we will be working on our third project, which involves using Python for server-side coding. We're going to be using Django for that. This particular project involves a couple chapters in your book. We're going to go through chapter 15 first, which teaches you how to pull in data and how to create different charts or visualizations using that data. That's primarily what the focus is. You will learn how to customize those charts, how to add titles, how to change the colors, how to change data points, all of that type of thing. You will also learn how to use a little program called Plotly, and that will generate HTML files from your chart data. So that's pretty cool. It automatically does that. And the other program that we're going to be using is Matplotlib. Now, a lot of people like to use Pandas to create visualizations in Python. That is beyond the scope of what we are doing in this class. However, after you go through and you learn Matplotlib and you learned Plotly, if you want to take it the step further and learn Pandas, I did include some links to tutorials where you can learn how to use Pandas. And if you would prefer to use Pandas for the project itself, that is fine. Okay. In fact, you can record the hours that you spend learning Pandas, and you can submit those hours for your professional development. So totally up to you if you want to take it that step further. Once you complete chapter 15, then you are going to go through chapter 16, which gets into pulling in CSV files and JSON files and extracting data from those files and creating charts with those or visualizations with those data, with that data. And you'll also learn how to find data online and download it and pull that in and manipulate it with your code. As far as what you need to turn in, you need to complete the hands-on exercises in both of the lecture demos, and then you'll submit that to the appropriate drop boxes. And at that point, you'll be ready to work on your term project. And as I mentioned, if you want to try using Pandas for that, that is perfectly fine. In fact, if you haven't done anything for professional development, this would be a good opportunity to use a pretty popular part of Python, at least a popular add-in, and complete that PD requirement all at the same time. As far as the term project goes, there is kind of a separate video here that explains what you need to do. There's also directions here. But you do need to find some kind of data source online. It's going to be a CSV or a JSON file. From that data, you are going to do a minimum of 6 plots or 6 visualizations. And then you're going to do a little PowerPoint. And you are going to have to kind of take the stance of you have a product or you have an idea that you want people to invest in. And then you need to show how the data supports whatever you're asking them to invest in. And so I do have links here to several different data sources. And honestly, some of the government data sources for census, you could actually use that to support investing in anything. So you just need to put the right spin on it. So these links take you to different sources of CSV and JSON files. As far as what you need in the slideshow, this is these types of slides that are what I am expecting to see. And if you decide to use Plotly, you will have to include the links in the slideshow, but you'll also need to post links to the discussion. You can FTP those Plotly charts using the FTP information from CIT228 and CIT290. And if you don't have that FileZilla information anymore, just email me and I can forward it to you because you still have accounts. So you certainly can FTP those charts and then include the links in the discussion so people can see those live. The slideshow is going to be converted to video so that you can share it in the discussion forum. In addition to the slideshow and your plots, I do want you also to submit a little reflective paper about the project. And then you're going to put your project files up on GitHub. And there is additional information on how to do all of this in the video. And at this point, you guys already know how to use GitHub, so that shouldn't be a problem pushing all of that information up there. Okay, so what you need to submit, at least to this Dropbox, is the reflective paper and a link to your GitHub repository. The showcase video is going to be posted to the discussion so you can share it with your classmates. If you're curious to see what people did for videos in the past, I did include some examples from last year. Some of them chose to put their videos on YouTube because they have YouTube channels. You can see that this particular student did a Plotly plot, and so there's the link to that. And he also did a YouTube video, so there's a link to that. Others just submitted directly to the discussion forum, so I have their examples. Some of them are funny, some of them are more serious. By all means, you guys can have fun with this. You can see this one on Bigfoot was not meant to be serious. So have fun with this. Take any kind of twist you want. I do look forward to seeing what you guys all come up with. And if you have problems or have any questions at all, please let me know because I am here to help you.